Very media. Talk loud. Your battery working. Morning, everyone. Once more, we are here this morning to do something unusual, which is we haven't done before. Is to deal with the not only carnival results, but also to make good of our commitment and our promise to give out prizes that was more or less confirmed by the convener in meetings held with several stakeholders earlier this year. It will also give me the opportunity to touch on a couple of matters that have been raised, and I'm not a social media person, but within the past couple of days, I was able to access social media and amazed by some of the comments made by stakeholders who would have had information and be aware of the facts pertaining to the carnival and what happens in San Fernando. And I mean, everybody is an expert on how carnival should be run and what should be done. And likewise, our biggest challenge is this. This is the copy of a check for $233,000. This is what we have to run San Juan Carnival with. And this is not just hearsay, but this is the facts. And I was in a conversation this morning with Daily Knock on I-95, and they think that is an insult to the city of San Fernando to be given $233,000 to run Carnival. When you look at $7 million to run Tobago Carnival, and who knows what Port of Spain gets. And Port of Spain does not have what we have in San Fernando. We run a parallel carnival in San Fernando. Port of Spain shows are subsidized by NCC. They don't have, Port of Spain don't run a King and Queen of the Bands. They have one competition, it's called Downtown Competition. That's all they have. And it's done there, that's it. We have Kiddies Carnival, we have Calypso competition, we have Steel Band competition, we have Soca Monarch competition, and of course we have a normal parade of the bands. And all of that must be done with $233,000. Yet you have stakeholders are saying, we want another judging point. For those of you who do not know, especially those who like to speak, a judging point entails cost. You have to put up physical infrastructure, you have to get generators, sound systems, tents, tables, chairs, you name it, hospitality, and judges as well. There's a cost to that. If we can curtail that and have one judging point, it means that whatever remains you may have couldn't read down to the bands. What we did this year is by bringing the competition to Harris Promenade, the bandstand was used as the main stage. So there's no you have to bring in anybody to put up a tent or to put up a stage that is already there. And we were to save a lot, cut back in cost a lot by using the bandstand. To use Supper as an example, Hoops Masquerade seems to think is the best place to parade. It means that you have to get into Supper, there's a deposit to be made to the state to use the premises, and then the facility to put in place. It is a considerable cost, and my last take is over $100,000. Yes. Over $100,000 to put together that space down there. Also, you have to get the police down there, and that entails transportation. Sometimes it's not convenient to get police down there. What we had here is a very safe environment with police stations on either side and a very strong police presence. We also look at the aspect of spectators and those who come in to look at the bands. We were able to bring the bleachers from Skinner Park and line them up along Harris Promenade. And what I saw very early in the morning on Tuesday and Monday, is that families would come in with their basket and were assembling taking the seat to look at the bands, which cannot happen at Supper. So that's an area that I think that is critical, and I think that this money here didn't allow us to do so. When you look at $233,000, $750 for 2018, and last year we had $400,000. This is why bands have not been paid for 2018. I think some bands have been paid. Anvina?
I believe it was Juve bands have been paid.
Juve bands, yeah. and Children Carnival, yes, have been paid. So Carnival 18 has not been paid. I want to make it very clear. All bands have been paid for 2017 and 2016. There's no outstanding matters for any bands for 2016 and 2017. We have sorted that out. I spoke to NCC chairman on Monday morning. He was here, and he made a commitment to us to deal with 2018 in a matter of the next couple of months, and I am committed to honoring all our commitment, our price structure for 2019, and all the bands that participated in our Carnival 2019 will be paid this morning. I want to make that very, very clear. In terms of the route, which has been another contentious matter by stakeholders, some of you all are not honest, because meetings were held with you all. The meeting was held at the police station, and we sat down there 2 weeks ago, and before the meeting ended, Superintendent Mohammed said, are we satisfied with this route? And everybody said yes. Do you have a problem? He said no. As a matter of fact, before the decisions were made, several recommendations were put forward which allowed us to adjust the route. We had suggested, for instance, you go east to west on the promenade on Juve morning. Juve bands raised several issues. They said that there's a hill on Hollis Promenade. It's difficult for the trucks to stay on the hill. Somebody said that several mud mass bands, they don't want to go there. And we agreed to go west to east. It was a recommendation by the bands. Nobody said anything. 2 weeks after, 3 days before Carnival, a meeting was held on Superior Street, and the media was invited to denounce the route and the mayor and the San Francisco City Corporation. Right? You all can't do that. I mean, we will sit together, and then somebody saying there's no consultation. There have been consultation. There were 2 meetings held. One was downstairs in the cafeteria, and then another one held with the police. And we agreed to those things. However, we are open to recommendation, suggestion. There was no need to call a media conference. Come back to us. I had discussion with, I think it was Lionel Jagasaban and Lionel's crew who had a problem, and what we recommended in the route, and I have a copy of it here. The document says a list of streets being utilized for Carnival, and the streets are Royal Road, Coffee Street, Superior Street up to Sutton Street corner, Mocarapo Street, Harris Promenade, Chancery Lane. All these are options for you. High Street, Rienzi Curtin, Independence Avenue, Narvet Road, Lacoulee Street, Keith Street, Park Street, Carib Street, Kelshall, and Hobson Street. So when you hear, I think it was Lionel Jagasa who said that they choose their own route. And then it says clearly here at the end of it, right, you are to make your way, bands must make your way wherever possible using these streets. Based on where you are based, where your camp is, you can use all these streets here, any one of these streets, to get to the judging point. So Jagasa, if they're coming from where the Gomez Street are? Grand Soul Street. Then they should be going right onto Sutton Street, left onto Mocarapo Street on the Harris Promenade, and not on Independence Avenue. You choose to go there. It's optional. And what these streets here means that these streets makes it optional for you to get to the point. Nobody's saying you must go here or you must go there. You know, it is optional. It was a band, I think it was, who came up Independence Avenue, Juve morning. It was, and the option was to go down Chancery Lane or come on the promenade. It's up to you. Or in the case of anybody coming up Independence Avenue, you had options. If you feel more comfortable, come up here, and there's a delay, well, then you made that choice. So don't blame the Carnival Committee for these things. And I mean, we have to have dialogue, and we must take into consideration what are the challenges in San Fernando. San Fernando is a hilly terrain. San Fernando wasn't designed for Carnival bands. San Fernando cannot be compared to Port of Spain. Some of our streets are very narrow. It is difficult. We don't have sponsorship. If you take, for instance, those who objected to the cutoff at Superior Street. I remember last year at the judging point at Sapa, there was a long lull, no bands in front of the judges, and we walked down to the end of Rienzi and look up Superior Street, and the bands before TNTech there could not pass, because all those business places on Superior Street renting the government pavement out to bar owners, and the spectators are on the streets blocking the bands, and there's no thoroughfare, free thoroughfare for the bands. And we have to understand what these challenges can do for us. So we had to find ways to get around that. No, we have no objection to anybody running the bars on Superior Street, but you cannot use the pavement. And I saw 2 receipts, one for 3,000 and one for 2,005, where a business people renting the pavement, and when the route was changed, or the lady went back to the businessman and he refused to give her the money to go to the mayor. So she came to me the receipt for $3,000. How they could do that? This is the government pavement you're talking about. Now, if you have a business place and there's a driveway and you want to use a driveway, that is fine, but you cannot use the pavement. So those are challenges that we have. Not notwithstanding the finances or the paucity of the offer coming from the NCC. It makes it difficult for us to run Carnival in San Fernando. Anybody who thinks that they can do it, well, good for you. Take up your responsibility and deal with it. We have managed it at the best of our ability to see what can be done. We organized, and what we have done with the route, for instance, another social commentator said that we shortened the route for Carnival to finish early. So let's take, for instance, a band like Fireworks, who's based on Independence Avenue. They went to Sutton Street, did Mokrapo Street, or even, that will also apply to Jagasa, Harris Promenade, Chancery Lane, High Street, Coffee Street, Superior Street, Sutton Street, left onto Rienzi, go all the way down to Supper, make a U-turn and come back up. Right? And you're free, it's easy. Just call a bit of common sense. You're free to do that. And that likewise Juve morning as well. You can do that. You could come down. If you are based on a lower Superior Street or the Pleasantville area, you come across Cut Street, take Park Street, left onto 3rd Street, onto Rienzi, go all the way up, come do Harris Promenade, Coffee Street again, onto Superior, onto Rienzi, and make a left on Independence Avenue. And that's enough time. If you were so good and you have all the energy, you could do that. You'd be very tired at the end of the day. So nobody can say the route was shortened. It just requires common sense, and you don't have to deal with the hustle and bustle of Superior Street. And those who are talking about the inner city, it may very well reach the point where Carnival will not be in the inner city. I'm very impressed with the Juve bands and the progress they have made. And I look at bands as much as 3,000 strong. They have improved from what they used to be. Then we may have to take Carnival completely out of the inner city, as it's done elsewhere. If you go to London or New York or Toronto, Carnival is not in the inner city. There's a space provided for it. One of the recommendations we have is to use the bypass, the bleachers on either side. That was put forward during the NAR days. It's still lying on our desk. A new one came last week to use the Brian Lara space up there, to take Carnival, use that whole colony land up there, and put bleachers where you could plan an infrastructure months in advance, and we all bus or taxi you up to Lara and enjoy the Carnival, and not interfere with the area here. While you were saying that you want mass on Superior Street, there are citizens of Superior Street who are not Carnival-oriented and have no interest in Carnival and don't want Carnival there. People on Robinson Street and the side street, the Lower Hillside and Lower Superior and Gooding Village are saying, if there's an emergency and they would take a sick person to the hospital, how do they get there? We have to understand that rural Trinidad, or I should say people as far as Cedros in the deep south, and Rio Claro Mayaro in the east, and Chagonas in the north, are coming to San Fernando and congregating, and you can't get through that area. You ever try driving through one of those back streets and side streets over Superior Street? So we have challenges, and we have to understand our responsibilities to make Carnival in a way that is feasible and accessible to everybody. Our responsibility as a council is not just to look after Carnival stakeholders, but all the citizens in the city of San Fernando. So I want to clear the air with those issues where people are making statements and those are not accurate. And a lot of statements are made outside there about false. And those who want to protest, my advice to you, go up to Stanmore Avenue, outside NCC, and make your protest there. Because not passing Harris Promenade, not hurting San Fernando Carnival Committee, it's hurting the people of San Fernando, who have contributed to your band and your welfare, and the success you have acquired and achieved over the years is through the people of San Fernando. And those who come out here and sit down on the bleachers expecting to see a presentation from you, you deprive them of that. You didn't do me anything. If you think that you have an issue, your real issue is with the NCC. Go up to all the bands who said they should have supported this one or the other one, go up to Port of Spain and stand more having your placard and tell the chairman of NCC that they're treating San Fernando badly, because it's your responsibility to do so. Having said that, I would like to ask the convener to take us through the process where we are here this morning.
Good morning again. Good morning, Naigam Joseph, the convener of Carnival 2019. I have the simple task of giving out the results of Carnival 2019, but first I would like to thank all our judges, the TTPS who did a tremendous job, our municipal police, the San Fernando Carnival Committee, the Mayor's Office, the San Fernando City Corporation and Public Health and the sanitation workers who made San Fernando so clean and it didn't even look like Carnival again. I would like to thank the NCBA for accommodating our kings and queens on the night of their preliminaries. So here we go with our results. We start with our juniors. Our junior Calypso. Third place, Tariq Haynes. Second place, Kai Anthony Salazar. And first place, Cindy Ann Bigford. Our junior mass. 0 to 6 category. The winner is Jadika Solomon. 7 to 10, Azia Swift. And 11 to 17, Faith McCannell. Junior Kings and Queens. Junior Queens, third place, Taraja Brown. Second place, Azealia Mills. First place, Shireen Connor. Junior Kings, third place, Peter Barrow. Second place, Antonio Rampasad. First place, Aidan Remy. Junior Bands. Junior Bands School. Third place, Sapara RC. Second place, Eckersville AC. And first place, St. Bridget's RC. Junior Bands Schools, non-schools. Third place, Beach and Associate. Second place, Inflate the Fun Party. And first place, Anra Bob and Friends. On Carnival Sunday, with the parade, we had a lot of rain, and speaking with His Worship the Mayor, he agreed on giving all bands that participated an appearance fee. You're not smiling like that.
Applause.
Okay, Carnival Monday. Carnival Monday, we judge the individuals. Individuals, third place, Wayne Mohammed. Second place, Jean Moore. First place, Joanne Legal. Carnival Monday, traditional bands. Third place, The Nation's People. Second place, Alvin Maynard. First place, Jagasa. Carnival Monday, conventional bands. Second place, Fireworks. First place, Legal and Friends. Come to Carnival. Carnival Monday again. Juve. Juve, individuals. Third place, Alton Atts. Second place, Tyrone Nanan. First place, Joseph Coombs. Juve, traditional bands, or as we know it as the Old Mass. First place, Blue Boys. Juve, modern and earth category. There was a tie for third place between Jama Productions and A&K Fashion Lab. Second place, Beeman and Lord Street Fusion. And first place, in their first year, and I think we saw the mayor jumping up to them, and Pujre Juve.
At this point, I'd like us to just pause. I'd like to commend Pudri, the name of the band, for their input and raising the bar somewhat. And the presentation of that June really had me spellbound. And what really put the icing on the cake is when I saw Farmer Napi appear with that band and Harris Promenade. And I think this is what we need in San Fernando, that kind of input to raise the bar, because we have it and it can be done. And I want to credit you for making that move and bring it down. No, we can't compensate you for that, because to bring Farmer Napi to San Fernando at this time was tremendous. And I mean, the Promenade just transformed. So I think that at this point, we would like to award you your prize, your check, and I'll ask the convener to do so. Convener, come in.
Third and second, you could go to the carnival office, right here,
Checks are
and
available.
checks are available immediately.
After the event.
Yeah.
After the event.
Right, we have night mass, carnival Monday night. Third place, roll call TNT. Second place, BAD promotions. And first place, retaining the title, the San Fernando Cooperative Employees. We have Queen of the Bands. This was judged in the Savannah, but the Kings and Queens had to parade and show these people of San Fernando what their costumes are. Our third place, Rachel Andrews. Second place, Laura Rampasad. And first place, Karina Badal. Rachel Andrews from Fireworks, Laura Rampasad from Kalitran Carnival, and first place, Karina Badal from Jagasa. King of the Bands. Third place, Ronald Taylor from Just Illusions. Second place, Lionel Jagasa Jr. from Jagasa. And first place, Isaiah Blaze from Legal and Friends. All right, now where the air is rare. Carnival Tuesday bands. And our traditional bands. Third,
I think you need to explain the new
Yes.
strategy, new system this time.
feel free, Your Worship.
All right, let me do this one. All right, I think what we were able to do this year in terms of understanding the quality of the mass, and it may be difficult for the judges to adjudicate based on the different structure. So an idea was put forward to judge the bands in two categories, irrespective of your size. So there's conventional bands and traditional mass. For instance, a sailor band could win Band of the Year, but how it was structured previously didn't allow that. So we broke it down to two categories, conventional bands and traditional bands. The traditional bands will go first, and the third prize in traditional bands is Panama's Traditions. I think we should clap Panama's Tradition. And because they continue to hold on to the art form that we seem to be losing and would understand, so I really want to recognize the work they're doing, as well as the second prize band, the Jammers International. A real applause to Jammers International. And I know both bands will be happy to collect their checks within the next 5 minutes, so nobody will have to give me any chat later over the year. And the winner of the traditional bands, Jagasa Costumes. Congratulations, Jagasa. In the conventional bands, the third prize went to Just Illusion. The second prize, Legal and Friends, and I want to commend Legal and Friends for the work that they're doing and the improvement I've seen over the years with their band, second prize. And the winner of this category is Fireworks Promotions. Unfortunately, they are not here, so I'll ask the convener to just give all these prizes now, starting with Panama's Tradition.
Your Worship, all other bands have their appearance fee to get.
Can get after the function this morning, you could collect your checks right there. So the traditional bands, Panama's Tradition, can you come forward? Checks.
Jamal. Daya when you Jagasla. We have no price to give out, don't worry. You want from Legal and Friends or just Illusions? Just Illusions? No. Illegal?
So I think fireworks protesting. So, but you receive on their behalf. Yeah, we have everything. But I saw people when I said they're protesting. So on behalf of fireworks,
The protesting is that too?
I don't know, sir. Keep it. Maybe somebody will hear. I just really watched all papers today, you know.
So Mr. Mayor, you give away fireworks charge there?
They don't want it. This is you support culture, so what's wrong with that? This is the Thank you, sir. So we do have a ban of the year this year, and it was a difficult decision. Separation match by 1 point, and the winner is fireworks promotions. So you receive on behalf of fireworks. Somebody
I protesting too.
Fireworks won ban of the year.
Yes, they did. Give them a round of applause in the absence. The bridesmaid is finally the bride.
Trophy.
Yeah, trophy too. Receiving on behalf of fireworks the conveners and for the carnival from Sir Nigel Joseph. Congratulations, sir. Well done. Thanks for protesting. Another pursuit of checks to collect, please.
Mr. Mayor, yes, I'm making an announcement. Have you seated? I appreciate that.
And the San Fernando Ban of the Year for 2019 fireworks promotions.
Mr. Mayor, was there any difference in the judging category, in the judging, until this year? Due to any change in the rules and stuff?
No, the route didn't impact. The route didn't impact on the judging. No, it didn't.
Should they did mention just now that the fireworks club, they did ban in the year protesting. What were they concerned? What were they protesting?
I didn't say they were protesting. I said that the absence here gave the impression that they are protesting.
Mr. Mayor, respecting the allocations of MCC, was it the lowest ever?
Yes, yes.
It is.
Yeah.
What are your recommendations to?
Well, we need something in the region of 7 digits, over $1 million, to run Carnival in San Fernando. The former mayor Morodali had 3 million. Former mayor Hussein had 1.2 million for 3 years.
Was it the 76 before?
Pardon me?
It was up here before.
Yeah, it was there. It's only, I don't know if there's something against me.
So, analyze, let's give a post-mortem of your Carnival 2019. If you have to analyze and give us a little breakdown,
I think 2019 was successful because we were able to manage the carnival with very little resources. And here it is this morning we are paying our prize money for the first time in years. I've been a convener since 2003, I think I was here the first time. And it's the first time in history of San Fernando Carnival that prize money are being paid the Thursday after carnival.
Mr. Mayor, overall, how much money was spent on carnival in San Fernando?
Pardon me?
How much money was spent on carnival in San Fernando?
It's difficult to put a figure at this point because we're still spending. But we've gone past 233,000.
And in terms of the contributions from businesses and sponsorship?
None.
Zero.
Absolutely none at all.
So, which one was on the allocation of this includes the prize money as well?
Pardon me?
This, the 233,000 includes prize money as well?
No, it can't because it's way above that. It's way above that. We are not in a position to put figures together, but this mayor is a resourceful mayor. This is a resourceful mayor. I said it's a resourceful mayor.
Okay, so let me ask you, between what has been paid today, what is expected to be paid in
Well, there's a commitment from NCC to deal with the 2018 outstanding amount, and that will be as forthcoming.
what I'm asking, the 2019, in terms of the FRS fee, in terms of the money to be paid.
Well, we were able to create a saving by not putting up a second judging point, create a saving by not going down to supper, and by curtailing the arrangements that we have done, we have created a saving. I cannot say exactly how much it is, but it has allowed us some space to honor our commitment that we made this morning.
So, in terms of planning for next year,
Well, hopefully, NCC will, in light of this, we have to use the opportunity we get this year based on the views of others to highlight the issues, and maybe NCC will have a different view next year.
so for several years, masqueraders have been calling us stage. We don't have the
Well, I would strongly recommend to go back to Skinner Park. Go back to Skinner Park, and I saw one band in the Skinner Park this year. So maybe that may be the solution.
what's going to happen to the security people who are complaining?
What are they saying?
The security businessmen who complain about they can't get access to the vehicle, they can't get access to and from.
And that is why we did not put the bands down Lower Superior Street. Rienzi Complex, Rienzi Highway. Sorry, I said Rienzi Complex, I've seen you. Rienzi Highway. We'll get us there. Rienzi Highway, sorry, Ivan.
So you think given what has happened with the rebel time, wants to go that direction next year?
Well, if we don't have funds, what do we do? Carnival has always been on Harwich Promenade, and the Promenade has an ambience and an atmosphere, and the way it's structured for the parade. We know that the hospital is a challenge, but we have to work. Once the bands cooperate, they could deal with that problem. Some of the persons who are highlighting issues, as Mr. McDonald said, a lot of those things are not true, you know. There are stakeholders who have issues with and it doesn't suit their interest, and they're making excuses, very lame excuses.
One last thing. So that the Commissioner of Police, the Commissioner of Police, suggested maybe that Carnival should be locked up from the year. We know you had your run to the police last year for trying to lock up because you know earlier than it was supposed to finish. What's your take on Carnival? Is 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock a good cutoff
I know that he spoke specifically about a matter that occurred on the avenue on Tuesday night. I think I want to commend the San Fernandez, particularly young people who were well behaved this year. We had almost incident-free carnival. I think our young people were very they were decent in the behavior this year compared to previous years. Maybe 11 o'clock could be a reasonable cutoff point. 11 o'clock. But the real issue there is the granting of the bar license. The bar license expires at 10 p.m. And that's where the problem is.
So we could stop still half an hour, but the music is still be
The music could be played.
Mr. Mayor, you spoke about the increase in the jury bands. Are you seeing a growth in Carnival? Are you saying Carnival can be outgrowing the inner city while you want to suggest?
Well, I am not making a suggestion. That is the decision for the stakeholders to make. But I'm saying if it continues in that vein, we're going to have problems in the inner city. How are you going to accommodate those size of bands and the trucks that they use? So there will be some challenges there. And there are recommendations to move it out of the inner city. There are recommendations for that. It is. I think we had a very good carnival in 2019. Welcome.
Pardon me?
This is the band's first time on it?
In large band, yeah. When I
Immediate
first.
response to your victory for this year's Carnival banner year.
Well, I was a little shocked because normally I do get first place or anything. You know, but I appreciate it.
Now, why weren't you there to receive?
I ran sick. Since Carnival Tuesday, I wasn't too good. So through it, the virus so bad. So I do apologize for that. And my other member, Rajuna, too, he has containers at home and he offloading that. So I do apologize for that.
But how this results, you didn't know what had happened. You're home here and you got the prize. How does this, feel?
I am surprised, I'm shocked, I am elated.
So how long are we in the large band category?
About between 12 to 13 years. It's the first time I ever won. We came second, third all years.
Were you expecting this?
Well, at the end of the day, I respect the results from the judges, whoever it is, you know. So,
What do you thought about the competition this year?
it was nice. Everything was good. Talishan wasn't there to compete. I like to compete with the best, you know.
So you feel it's because he was not there that you won?
I am not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
So you saying that it would have been sweeter?
It was really nice, yeah. You know, to have everybody around.
What do you thought about Carnival generally? What do you thought about the whole?
I find it was good. Everything ran smoothly except for the corner Superior and 2nd Street. The people didn't want to move from the road, you know. That was the only kind of upset really. But everything else I find was smooth. Right, everything ran good.
What winning band of the year, large in San Fernando, what does that mean for you now and for your band?
Well, it's nice to, it's a nice feeling to win band of the year. Everybody feels, you know, great, and it's nice. And hope next year probably we'll have a little more masqueraders because Carnival is dying in San Fernando. But we try to, you know, do our best and all that.
Once again, your name? Say your name again.
Wayne Hanuman,
Are you going to be celebrating your victory tonight?
a little later hopefully because right now I'm real down.
Yeah.
I got to excuse me.
Well,
My
folks,
church.
I have some good news for him as well. The ambassador for Dominican Republic was in San Fernando, and your band have been selected to represent the city of San Fernando at a festival in DR later this year.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sure you did not know that. There you go. So the ambassador was here to view the bands, and it was his call to make the selection of which band he wanted to work with. and he decided your band will be the band. So we'll be speaking to you later on as we put the structure together and the plans moving forward and to represent us. So we know you will do well, and congratulations. And your band together with Mr. Jagasan, Mr. Kaichan have been keeping San Fernando Carnival alive for the years. We must commend all three of you, and we continue the good work and making San Fernando better for Carnival.
Thank you very much. Actually, I'm going to the Cayman Islands to view the mass there, and that's in May on the 17th. So next year, hopefully, I'll be doing something.
What are the carnivals you involved in this year?
That's it, Miss. No, yeah.
Hey, boy, history in the making today. You reach. History in the making.
Come in the light, please. Come in the light.
Whatever.
You're still waiting.
That's why I'm still waiting, so,
Yes, after.
yeah. So,
So we're not going to put forth and palm,
not, I went on once. Yeah.
You don't like it?
Well, I find the crowd is a bit rough. But everything this year was nice, and it was really, really good.
We passed you on the point twice.
Yeah.
It was so nice to pass you on the point twice.
Well, the route was a little short, so we had also make
No, that makes sense. But what you could have done when you came down here, you could have do by Sapa and make a little bit back up.
No, well, remember, you also don't go down on the shipper.
No, you
So,
could.
really?
No, you could. If you look at the route, you have access to these streets.
Oh.
There's no judging down there.
I know it.
Yeah, but you could have make a left turn on Sutton and go down to Sapa and come back up.
Okay, all
So
right.
if they did not understand, did not read out the rules properly, right? There's no judging there, but the first page said you have access to these streets.
Yeah.
And then they say, based on where your camp is, you can exit or whatever
I
you
know,
want,
yeah, I
whatever you
understand.
want to do,
But we didn't want to be on the street too late,
Yeah.
So we reached back around 7, half 7, and that was bad.
But I thought you met any congestion anywhere at all?
Just on Superior Street a little. That's
Always the problem.
because remember, all the people that goes from Scotiabank straight down came up the road.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
there was a little mess. that's
It
all.
will always be a challenge there, and the corner is a challenge because of the crowd. But we're working on it. I mean,
You have some barriers because when the big trucks were turning,
yeah.
like the revelers on the street didn't want to move. You have,
Well,
have to actually
the
beg.
spectators.
Well, these spectators, sorry,
Yeah.
they didn't want to move.
Would you recommend that route, that we stay with this route?
I had no problem with the route, personally.
I'll repeat that. Repeat that.
I have no problem with the route.
Right, because we could work on it and make it better.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can improve.
And improve, yeah, right.
What was the name of your presentation this year?
Material.
I wanted to find out, how did you get into carnival and mass making?
Well, we can talk too much material, so I've been involved in mass. I started bringing a section with Roger Mohammed in the 80s. And from that, I played with him for about 7, 8 years, and then went to Mass Trinidad, and then we brought out a section named Fireworks with Roger Mohammed. And since that, everybody knows us as Fireworks, so we form our band and we stay with the name Fireworks. Right? And we also have 2 band members who are leaders also, Mr. Raju Natu and Kamal Bash.
How many masqueraders are in your band this year?
Approximately 300 and something. Yeah, this year was a little rough due to the economy and all that, So, but it was all right.
So where is apparently the floor of the Sahara does?
I don't know, in the truck Tuesday afternoon, I started just rumble and throw also and all that. Yesterday I was down in bed whole day.
So of course, you may come
To get some good news.
here, dropping off the trophy and the check, but of course it's a welcome. Yeah.
I was surprised and I was shocked.
Take us your recommendations and what you think when you get a concern with Lord Street Corner.
Well, good morning again. And thanks to the mayor, thanks to the police, most of all, for creating a very safe carnival.
Just go, no. Oh, yes, finish on right.
Yeah, I want to thank the police for us creating a very safe carnival this year. I mean, one of the major concerns was that Lord Street area there, on top of Lord Street Coffee. And I think it was great. The police did an excellent job by setting up the boats and so on there. Masqueraders were comfortable. There was no risk for any people. I think on the whole of San Fernando, it was great in that sense. We had no safety concerns. Police did an excellent job. Well, again, we have to give thanks to the mayor for the works he has been doing with all the band leaders and so on. But I guess next year we can work together to ensure that the route as set out is well planned, properly planned, so all band leaders, all players can go to the judging point and be satisfied and enjoy the carnival.
So Mohammed, one of your concern was that the Separate Street and wasn't given to you all. I know you all was dissatisfied with that. What will be the outcome of that? You all didn't get your way.
Well, we didn't get our way with the lower Sipero Street from Sutton Street. However, we made do with the Independence Avenue. Well, of course, we had the players there, the bands were big, and we had to give the people a place to revel and enjoy themselves. However, we would like if next year we have some better collaborations with the convener of carnivals and so on, all the band leaders, and we come together and plan a nice, proper route that everybody can be satisfied. I mean, we enjoyed the route that we had this year because, again, it's not about the band leader. Once the players are happy, the band leaders will be happy. And so too the convener of carnival, the mayor, you know, we all have to work together to ensure that this is...
But were you not privy or were you not part of the stakeholders meeting before the route was settled on? Were you not part of that meeting?
We were part of the meeting, yes, but we keep having meeting after meeting to finalize on this thing. And I mean, the time was so short. We had just about a week or so when the last meeting was held. So, you know, we had to keep informing the players, because a lot of players, when they come, first thing they have, what is the route? And I know one of the problems they would have had was the Lord Street corner. However, this year, I know they were satisfied that the necessary security measures were in place. And again, I say, if we work together, the police, the convener, Carnival, and the band leader, and we can do this. Next year, Carnival is the 24th, 25th of March. From January, we can sit and put things in place and have a smooth flow again. Yes. Said Mohammed from Lima's crew, Juve Band, yes.
One of the bigger Juve band.
You didn't came to your price.
Today? Well, I don't know if we did anything at all.